Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I want to share something new for the holidays from Laura Geller, and this is the RSVP Ready Big Night Out Full Face Palette. This is something that she released the last couple of years. She has released one of these. This is the one for 2025 holidays, and I'm going to create an entire face with it. Now I already do have my foundation, and I did use a combination of both of these Laura Geller. This is the Baked Balance and Glow Illuminating Foundation in Light. And this is a Double Take Baked Versatile Powder Foundation in Medium. So I mixed both of these together so that it wouldn't be super glowy. Now I have to say, if you're going to purchase something from Laura Geller, I know they're available at Ulta, Amazon, Sephora now carries them, Macy also carries them. Always check her website first. She has amazing sales. 40% off and more most of the time. Sometimes she has 60% off. So really, before you purchase anything, always check her website. Whenever I show her products, I always link her website because this is where you can get the most bang for your buck. For a concealer, I use this. I use my eye cream and then I use the REPHR Under Eye Balm just to give me a little more hydration. And then I use the Tower 28. I do not have a Laura Geller concealer. I feel like her liquid foundations and concealers go in and out of her website. So I do have a liquid foundation from her, but I didn't want to use that today because this, I think, is beautiful. It is one of my favorite, if not my favorite. I think it is my favorite powder foundation. I think it looks amazing. It is not drying. I'm 70 years old. My skin is, I would say, combo. It's normal and then it gets a little oily in the T-zone. I live in a very warm, humid climate, so I do tend to get sometimes a little oily. Not bad in the T-zone, but this always looks beautiful. It never looks dry. It doesn't look cakey. This is what I have. As you can see, it has pretty good coverage. It has pretty much covered most of my hyperpigmentation, so I think it looks really good. Her foundations run dark, so I would say, like, I have the medium one and it runs a little dark on me. So I would say pick a shade down from what you normally wear because it can run a little dark. Or go to one of these places that sells her foundation and try them out. You know, swatch them to see what works for you. And then order on her website because you're going to save a lot of money. Laura Geller doesn't know who I am. She's never sent me anything, any kind of product. So I'll show you that I've purchased a lot of her products. This whole container, this whole box is Laura Geller products. I think I own just about every baked blush that she owns. Many face palettes. I really do enjoy her brand. I think she's very mature, skin friendly, very reasonably priced, as I said, when you can get it on sale. So we're going to try this today. This is what the palette looks like. It comes in this little outer carton, and this is it, which actually this would be great for traveling because it would be very few products that you would have to add to it. When you open it, this is a cream blush, a cream highlighter, and 3 lipsticks. Now I don't care for this kind of lipstick. I don't think this is convenient. Like, if I apply this at home, I'm not going to be taking this entire palette in my purse just to reapply. So this is the only thing that I'm not crazy about. But I mean, you can even use those as cream blushes. I'm going to use it today as a lipstick. But normally this wouldn't work for me. I would carry an actual lipstick, lip gloss, lip oil with me. I wouldn't necessarily take that. Then you have a powder over here, like a setting powder. You do have like a gradient blush, and you have a bronzer, powder bronzer. All of these are powder. Then you have an eyeshadow palette, and you have, okay, the one on the top is magnified, the one on the bottom is normal. I wish I would do it differently. I have a hard time using a magnifying mirror, maybe because I don't want to see what's really going on in my face. No, it just bothers me for some reason. My eyes are still very wrinkly. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of this over my eyes, and then if I have to fix my concealer, I will. My eyes are very dry, and I have been really working on them, but I don't know, I think all that time that I was really sick took a toll on everything. I'm going to play a little bit. I'm going to just go over. It's going to probably remove a little bit of the concealer But that's okay, we'll fix it. I just need a little more hydration on here. I need help. It didn't remove it. It removed a little bit, but it's okay. We will fix that, but it's better than having those, like I call them, a roadmap under my eyes. And this is the REPHR one, which is very nice. It is very light. It is not a thick formula, so I like it because it's not goopy or heavy or anything like that on your under eyes. And it does bring like a little cap that you put over it so it doesn't dry out. And I've had this for a while. This is nothing new. So we're going to let that, yeah, I didn't really remove my concealer, but if I need to reapply a little, I will. Alright, so I also did my brows already, and I used a new product that I'm going to be showing to you in another video that it really impressed me, and I didn't think it would. I thought it was going to be a disappointment, and I thought I was wasting my money, but I heard so many good things about it that I decided to try it, even though I was sure I was going to like it. So anyway, we are going to go into this cream blush, and it's just called Cream Blush. It doesn't have a shade name, but it's like a rosy pink, and we're just going to go over that really quick. There's not a cream bronzer, so I don't want to apply this super heavy because I want to be able to apply a little bit of the powder one, so that you can see how everything works. It looks like I went a little heavier on this side than I did the other one. So let's try to even it out. I do have sheet marks on this side. I do that all the time. I sleep on my... When I sleep on my left side. Okay, so it is pigmented, so you really don't need a lot. This is an old brush from Smashbox, and it works really well with cream products. Okay, so now I'm going to take a fluffier brush, and I'm going to grab a little bit of the powder bronzer, and it just says powder bronzer. I think maybe these shades are just, you know, like a limited edition for this palette. It is a little warm, but I think it looks okay. Put a little bit on the forehead. And guys, you would never believe how I cover my grays today. Okay, I have an e.l.f. lash extender mascara that I purchased in brown by mistake. I really don't like brown mascaras on me. Most of them, I feel like they're too light, and they just, my lashes don't show. So it's just sitting there. It's one of those things you hate to throw it away because you bought it. You try using it once, so you can't pass it on to anybody else. So today I said, let me try putting it on my grays and see if I can cover them. And look at that. It did a pretty good job. And it's not going, well, it's not raining or anything, but I continue to have those cold sweats, so, but it's not going to sweat off because it is a 2-week mascara. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to grab a little, put it under my lip. Oh, and I do have my Flawless Forget the Filler on my lips right now, just to condition my lips. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this brush and go into the gradient blush right here. I'm just going to swipe the brush across it. I'm not going to really concentrate on just one area, just to set the, really just to show you what it looks like. I should have just done one cheek with the cream and one with the powder, but I don't think about these things when I'm applying, because when I do a video, I don't sit here and plan it out. I just sit down and I pull the products out. I know what video I want to do, but I don't plan the look. I have not tried this formula before or this palette before, but I'm familiar with all her products because I haven't been using them for a long time. So if it's something that doesn't look good, I would tell you. Now, this blush, it is a matte blush. Her baked blushes, they all have like a little bit of like a satin look to them. They're not super glowy, but they definitely are not matte. But I think this looks nice. I don't think this looks bad at all. So we do have a cream highlighter, but I'm not going to use that right now. We're going to go ahead and go and work on the eyes. So I'm going to close part of this palette. The only thing is, well, you can kind of fold it back like that so you can use it. I'm going to put it upside down because I want to use the smaller mirror. Like I said, I for some reason magnifying mirrors bother me. So I'm going to go into this shade right here. I'm going to start with that one. And it doesn't have any shade name. And that is a matte. It has 6 matte, what looks like true shimmers. And then it has a couple of them that it almost looks like a matte with a little bit of sparkle in it. So I'm going to try to use a little bit of each so that we can see what it looks like. So the only thing that I used to prime my eyes today is the concealer. I didn't use an actual eye primer. And the reason I didn't is because I think I'm going to, when I'm finished with this, I think I'm going to remove this and create another look. So I didn't want to be bothering with eye primer. I will use this palette again before. Actually, I'll use it tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a long day. Tomorrow, one of my granddaughters is having a birthday, and we're always having a birthday. It's so funny because my granddaughter, Isabella, she thinks that life is just a big birthday party because we're always going to birthday parties. So whenever she wants like cake or sweets, she'll say she wants happy birthday because she knows that we have happy birthday. But even when we are at a restaurant and someone else is having a birthday party and they start singing happy birthday, she gets into it. She starts singing happy birthday from where we're sitting. She is the cutest, I tell you. Yeah, so and we have enough birthdays in our family. We have a pretty big family, and we celebrate, you know, like we get involved with my nieces and I guess we'll call them great nieces, my sister's grandkids. And, you know, we all go to the parties. We're all very involved. We, you know, we're a close family. So she thinks life is just a big birthday party. So tomorrow is her sister's birthday. And yeah, that will be fun. So let me get a smaller brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's like a cooler brown. And I'm just going to, these are not powdery, by the way. I am not getting any fallout. I'm just going to go into the outer V with that. Yeah, no fallout, no powder on the actual shadows on the palette, which is nice. She does have baked eyeshadows, and that's the one thing from her brand that I'm not crazy about. I don't feel like you have to work too hard to get enough pigment for my liking. If you like something a little more subtle, then you may enjoy them, but that's the one thing that is not my favorite product from her brand. But these are good. So far is very nice, and like I say, no fallout. It's not powdery. As I say that, and I get fallout over here, but I think it's because I didn't tap my brush. I'm bad about tapping my brush. But as long as I can just swipe it away, yep, we're good. That was user error because really over here, I didn't get any fallout whatsoever. So I want to use one of these that has like a little bit of, like this one right here. Show you. It looks like it has like a little bit of purple in it. And it's one of those that has like a little bit of sparkle, but you can't see it. So I'm going to use, I wiped the brush that I was using. I'm going to use the same one, and I'm just going to go like over it, the same area. Look how easy though. This is like blending like a dream. This is the first brush I used, so I'm just blending. Very pretty. I like that. Well, I did it again. I don't like to tap for my bright eye. Guys, on my last Chatty Get Ready With Me, I did say I was going to post some pictures of Portugal at the end of the video, and I forgot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an actual video of just a few clips and pictures and post that by itself so that whoever's interested can watch it. And if you're not interested, then you don't need, you don't need to watch any of it. But I mean, if you're not interested, then you can just skip over it, but it's not going to be like part of my video. Okay, so I think I want to try this one. Look how pretty this is. That is a really pretty shade. I'm going to put that, I'm going to take it with my finger, and I'm going to put it over here on the outer V. That is very nice. I'm going to blend. Okay, now the lightest shimmer they have is this one right here. Let me swatch that for you. That's what that looks like. I'm gonna use my finger. I really didn't use a small, I didn't bring a small enough flat brush. Oh, wow. This is very creamy and very pigmented. Ooh. That is pretty. Let me take the brush and just, wow, that is very pigmented and super creamy. So you're probably better off using your finger so that you don't get a lot of fallout with a brush. Unless you wet your brush, you're probably going to end up with fallout with that one because it is super, super creamy. Okay, I'm going to grab a little bit of that toppy one, the taupe that I grabbed before because, yeah, this bright one kind of like took over. That's very pretty. I like that. I like it because you have some warm tones and you have some cool tones. It's not a totally warm tone palette. This shade is another one of those like mattes that has like it shows like it has like a little bit of shimmer, but when you swatch it on your hand, you really can't see it. Yeah, but the colors are very, very pigmented and easy to blend. So I think this is I'm looking at this like the mirror. I think this is a pretty nice palette. I like it. I'm gonna take this little thin brush and I'm actually gonna go into this shade right here. I don't want to go very dark under my eyes. I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna mix these two. I don't want to go with a dark brown under my eyes today. You guys do me a favor. I have a lot of new makeup that I want to show you. A lot of it is like Christmas holiday releases. I have Victoria Beckham. It's not a holiday release, but it is some new products from her. An eyeshadow palette and then a couple of eyeliners that I purchased. But I do have Lisa Eldridge, some of her holiday releases. And let me know what you like to see. Would you like to see some of the makeup that I got from the Sephora sale, you know, like me applying it? And I also have some drugstore, which I think is what I'm going to film next. So the next two videos is not going to be whatever you choose today. Oh, this video and the next one. A lot of drugstore products that are amazing. So, so good. And they're new releases. And I want you to see those. So, but let me know as far as the high end. Are you interested in seeing that? Would you rather I concentrate more on drugstore? Just let me know. Give me a feedback. I want to post what you guys want to see. I like playing with makeup, but I want to do stuff that you want to see. And I know that you guys like drugstore, but some of you like high-end or mid-range also. So I try to do a little bit of both. But my Lisa Eldridge, I love Lisa. You guys know I love Lisa. Lisa can sell me hot water in the middle of summer in Florida, okay? She says, I'm releasing, and Clara goes, add to cart. Alright, so anyways, that is my eye look. So let me go back to the highlighter before I do my mascara. I'm just gonna swipe under my eyes, even though I really didn't see any fallout, but just in case. And I'm going to show you what the highlighter looks like. It's one of those that is not super pigmented. It's more like a balmy highlighter. I don't know if you can even see it. Let's see if you can see it on my face. I'm going to use my finger. The other thing I don't like about these palettes, I find them awkward to hold and work with. I don't know. Is it just me? And it's not just this one. When It Cosmetics had their Christmas, you guys remember when they had their Christmas releases? I have the same problem. It's like, I don't know, is it, am I challenged? Let me just go over it. So this is more like almost similar to the Merit, their highlighter stick. It's that kind of a highlighter. It's not very pigmented. It's more like a glow from within kind of thing. Very pretty. I actually enjoy these highlighters. It's not very sticky. It's not very tacky. It just looks pretty. It just looks like you're, I don't know, you just have like a little bit of that something on your cheekbone, All right, so now let's do the lips. So I think I'm gonna swatch the lipsticks for you so you can see what they look like. Very pretty. But again, I think I'm gonna probably use these more like cream blushes than lipsticks. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So that's the lightest, the mid-range, and then the darker one, which is nice for them to give you those three choices, the lighter, mid-range, and dark. So, you know me. Which one do you think I'm gonna go for? I bet you can't guess. I'm going to go for the dark one. So I'm going to take this lip liner. This is an ABH lip liner, and this is in the shade. I will show it here. Link it below. I like ABH lip liners. And I know that most creators will maybe be fancy and get a lip brush to apply. Okay, no. I'm not fancy. This is the darkest color. Pretty. It's more of a matte lipstick. I wiped it off already, but let me see. When I put it on my hand, well, yeah, it doesn't really look very glossy. It doesn't feel dry on the lips, but they feel kind of like a little, almost like powdery on the lip. They may be long lasting. I don't know. I will let you know in the comments how long lasting this was. But it's pretty. I like it. It's just not convenient. I would have much rather, they give you a cream bronzer or another blush, because you can never have too many blushes, than those lipsticks. But I guess they're trying to give you as much of a completed face as possible. So let me see if I need to do a little bit with my concealer. I'm just going to put a tiny bit there, and I'm just going to apply a little bit. The refine already got absorbed into the skin, so it doesn't look, it never looks heavy, it never looks greasy. It just looks beautiful under your eyes. I always carry something like that in my purse, because I feel like there's so many times your concealer looks amazing when you put it on, and then when you are in the car and you go to touch up your makeup, or you look in the, you pull down your visor and look in the mirror, and it's like, you see all these lines under your eyes. Where did you come from? So I like to have something like that I can actually take a little bit with my finger and just pat it on there lightly. And 99% of the time, that takes care of the problem. So anyway, this is, oh, I haven't put mascara on. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, why do I look so sad? So I'm going to use, this is the About Face mascara. This is a really, really good mascara. All right, you guys, so this is a completed look. Again, these shimmers out there, they're not going to be super impactful. I don't mind. I like this kind of makeup. I don't always want shimmers that are super shimmery, that I'm going to have fall out all over my face through the day, that may show the texture on my eyelids. So these shimmers are mature skin friendly, because they don't, my eyelids don't look textured, do they? And trust me, I think since I turned 69, my skin started saying, girl, we're going to start changing on you. My eyes are droopier. I have more lines on my eyes. I have more texture on my eyes. I have more lines over here. So I'm still fighting it with my lotions and potions, but I can tell the difference. But some shimmers that just give me a lot of texture. I've been so tempted by the new Danessa Myricks palette. You have no idea how tempted I was, especially during the Sephora sale. But that baby is very, very pricey. And I have a feeling that it would look very textured on my eyelids, because her shimmers are like out there, absolutely gorgeous, stunning. But I just think they look better on a younger eyelid than myself. If you purchased it, if you love it, please, this has nothing to do, I'm not telling you not to buy it. If you are, you know, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 150, and you want it, get it. If it makes you happy, get it. I would never tell anybody not to buy something, but for myself, I know that if my eyelids look texture with it, I would not be using them. So I don't want to make that kind of an investment and not not use it. I'd rather make that investment in one of the Natasha Denona, her new palettes, which I did. I didn't buy it at Sephora. I bought it at Ulta before I went on my trip because I had 20% off plus I have points. And that's another thing that I can show you guys. I got the deep one. These are very, very mature skin friendly. They just give your eyes like a little something, so it's not totally matte and it looks pretty. Now the lipstick, look, it's not transferring. The only thing that's transferring is a little bit of my lip liner, but the lipstick feels matte. It feels like it's going to be long lasting. Now, if you don't like a matte lipstick, then just apply a little bit of gloss. I'm going to use a little bit of my Lawless. If there's one thing I wish Lawless had different, is the doe foot. I wish they had a fatter doe foot. I really like, these little ones are like a little annoying because you have to keep redipping. Not a big deal, but look how pretty that looks with a gloss on. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. But if you want it to be long lasting, then you don't apply a lip gloss over it. But I just wanted to show you what it will look like with a gloss. But I think this is a very pretty everyday eye look. Also, I think it can be very beautiful for an occasion, any kind of a special occasion. Absolutely beautiful. I love this. I think this is very travel friendly. Doesn't take up a lot of space. And really all you need is a concealer, foundation. That's it. And brows. Okay. And like I said, I probably would not use this as my only source of lipstick. I would take a regular lipstick and lip liner. And you also need mascara. And an eyeliner if you wanted to. Even though you can use some of those dark eyeshadows as an eyeliner, which sometimes I prefer because they're not as, I don't know, to me they look a little softer than like a liquid liner. But that's just me. Again, you like your liquid liner, you use liquid liner, okay? Many of my friends use liners, you know, wings, and they look amazing. I feel like I look really weird with a wing. I can't do a wing to save my life. But anyway, these you can also dip with your finger. Let's try it. Let's try it on my hand. Let's try it on the other hand. You can dip. I'm going to use the same one that I used on my face. Let's see if we can use it as a blush. And I'm going to put it on my hand and just blend it in. Okay, so I think I grabbed a little too much. But it definitely blends. And if it settles down, it's not going, it's already settled. It already feels powdery on my hand. So these will definitely make amazing cream blushes. So even if you don't use them on your lips and they're pretty blushes, that will make pretty blushes, those shades. Very, very pretty. Okay, let me not blind you. So this is what the entire thing looks like. Very nice. Let me grab a little bit of the powder and go over like where my pores are to see if I notice any kind of blurring. I think it's a typical setting powder. I mean, I don't feel like it totally blurred my pores, but a lot of my setting powders don't. So this will definitely be a setting powder that I will use instead of taking one with me. Yeah, I really do enjoy it. I'm glad that I own it. And the next time I take a trip, this is what I'm going to be taking with me to cover most of my makeup needs. And I usually like options for blushes. Well, if I use the lipsticks as blushes, I have 5 blushes. So can't beat that. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you would like to see next. Do you want to see more drugstore? Do you want to see some of the new makeup that I purchased at Sephora and show you, do like a get ready with me? You want to see the Natasha Denona palette in action? What other palette did, oh, I have one of the new holiday release Lancome palettes, which I do want to create a video with that. But I'm just trying to figure out what to do first. So let me know. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys.